Alright guys, I am pissed. And you know, normally I don't lose my cool, but these little twerps, these little pinko commies are out of control. Every day there's another story about them attacking a Trump supporter. And yesterday they attacked my friend and fellow YouTuber, Nashbo Jr. Now Nashbo Jr. is a good man, and he is also a disabled man. And he took a video of this attack, and we're going to watch it because it really shows how brazen these people have become, and there's a lot to dissect there. But before we watch that, let me say this. Antifa, Redneck Revolt, Black Lives Matter, they are not our enemies. They are a symptom of a problem. If you want to know what that problem is and who our enemies are, go watch my last video where I talk about the subversion that's happened over the last 50 years and who is responsible for everything we're seeing happen right now. You can't blame these people. They've been indoctrinated from a very young age through our public education systems, preyed upon by college professors, and of course the media is there putting out false narratives. Articles like this one that came out yesterday that said, you know what propaganda was dropped on an Ariana Grande concert and a Sacramento State dinner. Yeah, they know these idiots aren't going to read past the headline. But look at these flyers. This is what it actually says. It is anti-you-know-what propaganda. It's all about how our mainstream media is putting out these false narratives about fascism taking over America. So let's watch the video of Nash getting attacked. Okay, so Nash has a channel where he goes out and films these Antifa protests and all these different events around North Carolina, sort of like Durst the Worst and my buddy Ford Fisher do. Go check out all their channels. But here he is in Durham, North Carolina at a commie Christmas protest, aka May Day.
So take note of the guy in the blue there and the guy in the black in the front wearing the black bandana with the white markings.
Oh, there. Oh, man. Well, I guess I can go. Thank you. Whoop.
Those two guys are going to do a coordinated little stunt here in a moment.
I guess you've been giving the me dirty again. You must really enjoy that.
So the guy in the blue and the guy in the black are about to sandwich me in between the two of them and kind of corral me off to one side of the march, and then the guy in the black grabs my iPad out of my hands, throws it on the ground as hard as he possibly can. But before we get to that, just remark on the people in the background, how happy they are, and how peaceful they are. And definitely listen to how they react after I get attacked. It's quite remarkable to me that these peaceful people are literally chanting, "No peace."
Never been in a march before. This is excitement.
If we don't get no peace, if we don't get no justice, if we don't get no peace, if we don't get no justice, if we don't get no peace, if we don't get no justice, if we don't get no peace, if they don't get no peace, hey, no peace. I need your energy today. Come on over here, man. Come on. No peace. No peace. Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
So let's see that again. See the black bandana with the white markings. That gray building there is the Durham Police Headquarters, which is covered in surveillance cameras. And so here's the guy in the blue. And so they're about to do their little stunt.
Yeah, you're acting so weird. Y'all are just gonna sandwich me in here, huh?
You're pushing me.
I'm not really. Okay. No, it's kind of what I was expecting. I'm getting kind of like tired of
Are you okay?
You alright, man?
I
Good.
Why did that guy just attack me?
What just happened?
That guy just attacked me.
That dude with the mask on.
Yeah, that guy with the mask on just attacked me.
Word.
I just can't go.
What happened? What mask?
Are you okay?
I got
white
down
dude.
pretty hard.
Yeah, who is that? Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Like something in there.
Well, he
Okay,
should
we
have
so
did
sorry
that.
about that.
Look what he did.
I see. And we need to file a thing. All of them.
So as you can hear, the people who were around when that happened to me did not agree with it at all. 90% of the people at these marches and protests that I interact with don't at all agree with it becoming violent. And the little group that got violent with me, as soon as they did, what you can't really tell from the audio is that the people in the march kind of chased them out and told them to get to leave, or at least that's how it seemed, because the march kept going and those guys with the flag and the black masks on just kind of crossed the street and stood there like they didn't know what to do.
Okay, so if you're thinking, why are you so upset he didn't get injured in this assault? Well, it's for several reasons. One, Nash has a neck injury, a very bad neck injury, and it wouldn't have taken much for these people to do serious damage to him. And it's obvious to anyone who sees him, so they knew he was a cripple, and they did this anyway. And thank God we live in North Carolina where it's not a blue state. It's turning purple. It's getting too blue for my comfort. But there were good people there. Even on the left, you have people who are hospitable. And it's telling, in a lot of ways too, that you had these people who were just protesters and they weren't in agreement with these far left lunatics. But there's other reasons why this is so infuriating. This was a $700 to $1,000 tablet, and he's a working man, an injured man, by the way. Yeah, that's a lot of money for anybody, really. He's going to have to get a new one. He's doing this channel, and they take away his means to do this. And then finally, this is in front of a police station. This is showing how brazen these people have become. They don't seem to care that he's injured. They don't seem to care it's in front of a police station. And they think that everybody there is going to just jump on board with them. Luckily, they didn't. It would have happened if they were in another place like California. We've seen it before. And yeah, the thing is that I think a lot of the people on the left think that minority groups have their back. That if things go bad in this country, all of these minority groups are going to jump on board with them. And I can tell you, blacks, Hispanics, for the most part, they don't want anything to do with these people. And you could tell that from this video.
So now, I wonder who it was that did that to me. Well, I'm pretty sure this is Tim Osborne. And the reason why I know that is because he's a public figure. If you Google Tim Osborne, UNC, he comes right up. It's easy to find him. But what about this guy? He's got a mask on. I don't know. I wonder if there was any live streams from earlier in the day that would have caught them without their masks on. Oh, will you look at that? Oh, well, that was easy.
All right, so that's definitely Tim Osborne. Here's a picture from the UNC Tar Heel. It's the same person, and Tim Osborne is a well-known leftist agitator here in North Carolina. Here's what bothers me. This guy is over there at UNC. He's in the physics department. Dwayne Dixon, another far-left lunatic, also at UNC. That school is so out of control, it's ridiculous. All of these little Antifa professors over there, they've all been arrested, some of them dozens of times. And yet UNC not only doesn't fire them, they promote them. What other company in the world can you get arrested and move up the ladder? Not get fired the very next day. It should be disturbing to everyone. Nobody should send their kids to that school because it tells you that these people have no problem, no morals when it comes to indoctrinating your children. But people care more about Tar Heel basketball than they do about this kind of stuff. And I'll tell you how bad it is. Dwayne Dixon, the leader of Redneck Revolt, the guy who was waving a gun around in Charlottesville, he started a little riot in downtown Durham, which Tim Osborne was also a part of. And here's the thing. I made a bet with my friends that this guy would make any reason to start a riot, and that he made up the reason they started that first riot, because he said that there was a KKK rally in downtown Durham. That was the excuse he used to go there and destroy one of these Confederate monuments. So I did a little troll. I made up a group called Kevin's Cool Kekistani Kids. Or KK, you know. Anyway, next day, not only did they start a little protest on UNC campus, disrupting school because of this fake rally, but the newspaper here in Raleigh also tries to slander me, making up stuff about me that was not true. So, yeah, it's that bad. They have not only complete control of the universities, but they also have the backing of the local newspapers. It's disgusting.
So, this appears to be Josh Massacre. Now, I don't know if it is. But it just appears to be. So, we'll see. Oh, and one more thing. He did that right in front of the Durham Police Headquarters, which is covered in these things. So, yeah.
God, do I hate hipsters. That guy had an actual mullet. You know, look, I'm a bass fisherman. I'm a huge bass fisherman. Me and my brother were just talking recently about trying to go pro. If he didn't live in Texas, maybe we would. But here's the thing. Bill Dance can get away with having a mullet. A hipster with a mullet is disgusting. Now, normally I ask you guys to support the channel, but here's the thing. I know you think I'm poor. You always tell me I need furniture. But this is a bonus room, guys. Look, it's a big room. I use it to just put extra stuff up here. We have a few of the guns up here. We keep the extra antique glass up here and some comic books up here. But it's a bonus room. And don't get me wrong, you know, we do okay, but I do support 7 people off my income. So we struggled. Everybody struggles, no matter how much money you make, unless you're like a gazillionaire. But right now I have a tablet, and Nash Bow does not have a tablet. And so, please go support him before you support my channel. Let's help him get a tablet, because these people, even though they might be making good money over there at UNC, while they complain about income inequality, they're not going to pay for Nash's new tablet. So let's help the dude out. He's a good guy. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked this video. If you do want to donate to this channel too, after you donate to Nash, you can support it at www.paypal.me/HailHydra1. Please share this video, like and subscribe if you haven't, because this channel is being throttled. Actually, everybody is being throttled right now. I'll do a video about that soon. But they are going after these channels. And when you look at our subs, it's crazy. It's like, you know, they're shooting up and then they drop all of a sudden. Views too. It's nutso. I'm out.